Okay, this will be an interesting one. This will be a challenging one, I think, as well. Very challenging. All right. How big? We're going to make this full blast, 400%. Okay, let's see what we have to present. We have here a plastic dinosaur, little dinosaur. See, looks like what's called a brachiosaurus or something. I don't know much about dinosaurs. He looks interesting. We're going to photocopy it. I'm going to put it on the glass and try to line it up to be level. So I'm going to try and show you a little bit of what I'm doing, if I can. So the feet are sort of lined up nicely. The tail's just there. Just going to play with the buttons. I think we got it right. We're going to add a bit of paper as a backdrop for this. I'm just going to get a sheet of blank white paper for this. So if I can just slide a piece out from this pile of unwanted and whatever. So we're going to just quickly play with the buttons because I just spent a bit of time fiddling. So I'm going to just drop this sheet of paper on top to give it so that it doesn't... Oh, fuck. Something just fell on the floor, folks. Hate it when that happens. Hate that. Hate it when stuff like that happens. Let's see how this turns out. See how our brachiosaurus looks. Yeah, he looks very green. Wondering if we're going to make it black or we're going to keep it that way. He's not so straight on the copier though. He's a bit crooked. I didn't want this crookedness. I think it was because I slid the paper and it just made it crooked. So I'm just going to straighten him up again. I'm just going to straighten him up just like so. And gently place the paper on the dinosaur. And we're just going to go, and we're also going to change our original type to photo paper instead of, because we're not photocopying a piece of printed work. So I'm actually thinking we're going to make this one more blue just to make it more interesting, and maybe the copy density could go up a bit. I think we got all the colours set. Yeah, I thought we lost our settings for a moment. So I'm just going to try that again. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer. A little bit nicer. Much the same, strangely enough. We're going to have to enlarge off this piece of paper because it's not big enough. He looks a little bit more blue than this one. This one looks more, yeah, you see there's more white available. I think that might be the original type that we selected with this is the photo paper, which is a bit less contrasty. So I'm actually wondering if maybe we can just switch it back to that to get a more contrasty sort of look. And maybe we can simply lighten it off. Oh, I know what's happened. I used that, so therefore this wasn't working. I fucked up. So we can't use copy density with blue. We have to use brightness. So we're going to brighten that up a fair bit. That's how it works. Nearly forgot. All the time I've been using this photocopier and other Konica Minolta branded machines? Well, yeah. I've used a couple of Developer Neo, because a Developer Neo is a Konica Minolta brand, believe it or not, rebadge. So yeah, a little bit sneaky there with Konica Minolta. That looks interesting. There's even a bit of yellow down there, but he looks more blue now, which is nice. So I'm wondering, we're going to use this as our master copy, and we're going to enlarge him. So going to enlarge him up. So we're going to make on this one 130 by 130. Don't know how that's going to work. We're just going to get rid of this dinosaur and the paper. The paper's going into the recycle, and the dinosaur's just going to be, well, whatever donated maybe. We're going to just enlarge this dinosaur. So we're just going to enlarge him. Going to overlap the edges a little. So I'm going to overlap this one more, I think. And we're just going to overlap. Just like that, I think will do. And we're going to see how that one turns out. Actually, I'm just going to pull up. I was going to set it to copied paper. And we just have to make some additional adjustments. We're going to get rid of that. We're just going to get rid of the blue. Going to lighten it right up. Going to leave it like that. Okay, out it comes. Well, that looks interesting. Looks like we've cut his head off almost. Maybe we could move it across so the tail touches the edge, and maybe move that, whatever. I'm going to try and make this look interesting. Doesn't look like it's something that can lend itself too well. Maybe that could be the centre of the job. Don't know. I'm going to make this look more interesting. So we're going to slide it across a little bit, and we're going to, I don't know whether to go up. I'm going to go up with it. Going to push it up just a little, and wondering if we're going to perhaps make this more interesting and make it into a dual colour type of job. So we're just going to set up some of these other settings to make work with this. I wasn't going to do a dual colour job with this, even though I thought about it when I first found the dinosaur. But that looks like a really good dual colour workout. It looks like it's working well. Wondering, that's going to be the centre. So that's our little dinosaur piece. So we're going to move it down a bit now, because we want the spiny back to be against the edge. So we're just going to pull it down. This is not an easy one, folks. Working with these plastic animals is not an easy thing, I've found over time. They are awkward. So we got the spine a little bit closer. We're going to try and push it down again, one more. Hopefully this will be it. I don't want to use up too much of my paper. Trying to get it just right, folks. Otherwise I'll end up regretting it. Okay, now that's looking a bit better, but we're still a little bit... It's so hard getting it just right, folks. I just feel like I'm nibbling away at the edges. So I'm wondering if we're going to do it again or not. I'm trying to work out intuitively how I'm doing this, if I'm doing it right, because it's so hard to get it right. Wondering if maybe, well, this foot looks like it's about to lift off anyway, so we don't want that to happen. So we're going to make this the centre of our job. This is the head of the dinosaur. So we'll just line these up nicely. So that looks all right. This is a damn long demo, folks. This is prolongated. Once again, going black and green. I'm going to switch over to mirror image. I've been working on this one now for a long time. Lately my demos have been getting long, very long. I'm just making sure we've got the mirror image. Yes, we have. So we're just going to make one copy of this. Oops, not using the old photocopier. This new one requires 2 more operations to make a copy, which is kind of an utter stupidity. I don't know why they've made it like that. Don't understand. It's the first photocopier I've seen with that kind of silly functionality. So that's our green. And our fourth and final one will be the blue one. So, nearly finished. This is going to be a long demo. This is more than 12.5 minutes, nearly 12.5 minutes actually into the demo. So we're really taking a really long time to come to a finished product. So we're just going to put all these pieces together. So that's our blue one, our blue dinosaur. So we're just going to line these up. So line up the feet. So line that up, and then this one here can also line up. It's tricky trying to get it lined up properly. Anyway, that's interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.